Hi guys, Serving STFU just finished a question goes the friendship games. And wow, they have upped it this time. And of course there's a lot of new characters in the background, new background characters. Lightning Dust makes an appearance, so does Cranky Doodle. My gosh, there are so many. I got to go back and watch it on my DVR. Problem is that, I hate commercials. But good news is it's been announced that sometime next week, or in October, I believe it's either on the 13th or the 14th, heck, even the 15th, they're gonna be bringing out the DVD. Or for those who are more interested in the combo. And this is gonna be interesting. Okay, the story. After Sunset's, let me do a quick summary. Of course, it's based on the friendship games. For those who don't know what the friendship games are, they were originally based on, they're kind of like the Olympic Games, but different. They do go there, supposedly have fun, but it's a competition. In the premise of the movie, Crystal Preppets basically have never lost. And it's interesting because we do get to see Shining Armor. I felt a little bit iffed about Cadence, but then as I started watching the movie, she really does show her character, so I'm glad they did not twist her up. Yeah, Shining Armor does get a small cameo, but hey, that's all I'm gonna say. Of course, Principal Crunch, however, my gosh, I couldn't help but doing the live chat, keep hoping, because I felt like Samba was gonna come out of nowhere. I was like, is there any way that Samba was gonna come out? It didn't happen, but let me say, when you see the principal's office, wow, you feel like Samba is back. But back to the story. Basically, Twilight is putting an application for Everton student study, but she's being blackmailed by Principal Crutch to end up going to the friendship games and ensuring that they win. If they don't win, she won't put in her application. So yeah, that's how the plot revolves. Twilight makes his little locket to study phenomenal energy, but throughout the movie, you see her gathering magic, and she doesn't even know how to handle it. And wow, I was amazed that number 9 came up. I had a feeling that the villain song was coming up, and I didn't even know it. But yeah, that was it. It was coming up. A few songs came up, so yeah. If you get the album, that is great, because you'll get all the shorts. You get to be able to hear the music, and my gosh, it was awesome. My likes and dislikes. I really loved how they portrayed Twilight in this. I couldn't help but picture, like, amending fences. You know what happened with Moon Dancer? This is kind of like what happens to Twilight while she's at Crystal Prep. The school is basically so worried about winning that they're basically competitive to each other. And you see it. Like, Twilight is the single person out. And of course, back to Caroline High. We do get to see her connect to the 5. And Sunset is given a job to make sure that the magic is still under control. But it's interesting because we get a nice callback to the opener. The opener to a question to My Little Pony. The first one, Friendship is Magic. That is interesting, and I loved it. Of course, yes, Midnight Twilight did show up, and I loved the contrast that they did with sunset and twilight, because you can't help but feel like, oh my gosh, this is just like the callback to when Luna becomes Nightmare Moon. In the song, my gosh, Unleash the Magic does bring up that build up. And the look in Twilight's face, my god. I can't help but love this episode, this movie. This movie just blows it for me. The songs, okay, let me see if I can count them off. There's the opener one, Away to Friendship Games. Let's Can't Talk, Let's Go. They, even though people are calling it Let's Go, one of the shout codes, it's called the Ambulance song. And then we have, Unleash the Magic. I'm sure there's a bunch of other songs in there, but unfortunately, I only managed to watch on Discovery Channel. Discovery Fam. Excuse me. Ate too much popcorn. But anyway, do I like it, or do I like it more than Rainbow Rocks? Yes. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but it had topped that. I thought, yeah, it was possible that, of course, it was gonna top the Question Girls movie, but then it takes it to the second level, because we don't get to see the actual Twilight that we know until the end of the movie. So, small spoiler, but I love the movie. I love it. The song characters that you will love, you will hate. Sugarcoat. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to... There was times I wish I could wring her neck, but at the end, she did bring it up. That was interesting. And the smack talk between Principal Cringe and everyone at the end of the movie, I loved it. I loved it. I can't help it. So the bad parts. There were very few bad parts. I think the only few bad parts was basically they keep bringing up Twilight's main reason for why she's going. I was like, okay, why are you doing this? Why do you keep bringing up? We know the reasons why. But the only other character I do love is basically seeing Sunset Shimmer again. And we do get to see her in a spot. You see that she ends up taking a small slide back, and that proves to me a lot. And of course, it is interesting because when you watch the movie, ironically, there will be hints at the time period of what's going on in the movie. So, yeah, this is gonna be ironic, but this is my theory. I think it's taking place within the episode Princess Twilight Sparkle. That's my theory. Season 4. I am sorry for those who are going to be pissed off at me, but that's my theory. If you have any other theories, you guys go on ahead and make it out. That's what I'm thinking of. Tell me what you guys think, because this was interesting. And wow, close to the ending was dark, and I mean, it did feel like Hellfire of the Hunchback of Notre Dame Disney. This was dark. I loved it. It was interesting. People usually say 10 out of 10. I'm not saying 10 out of 10. I am saying beyond that. Make it 12 out of 12. This is interesting. For those who have never seen My Love Pony, this is a movie I would recommend you to see. Even though you won't get as much, but it will bring up so much interest. Tell me what you guys think. This is Selling STFU signing off and saying off down from this high.